Yeah, baby, let's do this.
Okay, so right off the top, I'm going to apologize because I was not able to film my way down the mountain. Let me explain. So I jump into this cart, they strap me in, give me a few warnings and stuff, you know, and then I go up the mountain. So I'm figuring, you know, I'll film this with my smartphone. Don't need any hands on the levers at all. And by the way, the lever is one unit, so you don't really need both hands. So I was figuring on the way down, I would be able to film it. But I got to the top, the guy said, nope, can't do it, sorry. So not my fault, it's the guy's fault. At the top. Anyway, it was at a place called Blue Mountain in Ontario, and it's actually called Ridge Runner. And with that, let's get to this Q&A video.
Ooh, look what Noctua sent me. Let's see what's in here. So the question here is, are all Noctua fans brown or shades of brown? Well, no, that is not the case, and certainly it is good news for a lot of people out there who don't like brown. So on the right, we've got their Redux line, and this is just a sampling, by the way, from their line. And on the left, you've got their industrial PPC line. Oh, and by the way, all of Noctua's coolers, well, they come with these traditional brown fans. I'll go through the differences between the standard Redux and industrial fans in just a minute, but first, let's have a look at one of the Redux fans. This is actually the NFR8, but they have a whole lineup of these Redux fans, and voila, look at that. Beautiful gray. And it has a nice sleeved lead with a 4-pin connector and 4 fan screws. Whoa, look at that. Black, oh, brown. Don't worry, you can take these bumpers off. These cut down on vibrations. If you like vibrations, take them off. If you do not like vibrations, keep them on. But seriously, you can rip these things completely off, no problem. And have a fan that's all black. And this one also comes with a nice long sleeve lead, 4-pin connector, and 4 fan screws. So let's quickly go through the differences between the standard, Redux, and industrial fans. Now I know some of you can't wait for me to detail the differences between each of these fans, but there's others, I'm sure, that just want to know which fan should you get. Well, that depends on your application. If, for example, you are on a budget and you don't like brown, the Redux is the way to go. If you are in maybe a corporate environment, or if you have a few extra dollars and you want a robust fan that's simply outstanding, you would go with the industrial. Now, the standard brown fan that comes with all of their coolers, that's really in the middle. Okay, so let's just jump right in here with vigor and enthusiasm, the differences between these fans. Now, there are some exceptions. Please pay attention to the flashing text at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Okay, I'll stop that now. As for the bearing system, not the same. The Redux has the older SSO bearing, while the other two, the standard and industrial, has a new one, the SSO2. Smooth communication drive across the board. As for the AAO standard frame, well, the standard and the industrial has it, the Redux does not. Integrated anti-vibration pads, again, all across the board. Now, when it comes to stepped inlet design, inner surface microstructures, and metal bearing shell, well, the Redux does not have it, as you can see. When it comes to the adapters and the Y cables, the Redux doesn't have it either, but the industrial doesn't either, while the standard has it. You can see the standard has pretty much everything, with, again, a few exceptions here. Now, as for cable length, well, the standard is shorter. That's to be expected because it's really intended for, CPU coolers. You don't need it that long. The Redux Industrial, really intended for cases, longer cable. By the way, these are all sleeved or braided cables. Now, the standard comes with a 30 centimeter extension cable. The other two, well, they don't. Anti-vibration mounts, you have them on the standard Redux, but not on the industrial. Fan screws, well, yeah, they have them. Check for that. The noise levels will vary, depends on the fan, the mean time between failure, crazy, all the same. warranty, amazing 6 years. Okay, so let me interrupt here for a second. I'm sure by now you're curious what PPC stands for. Well, it does not stand for pay-per-click, but rather protected performance cooling. And with that, let's get back to it. Now, as for the material, the standard and Redux fans come with the same fiberglass reinforced PBT, but the industrial fan has the fiberglass reinforced polyamide. Now, certified water and dust protection only on the industrial. As for the motor type, well, the standard and Redux come with a single phase, but the industrial has a triple phase. And look at the differences in price. Again, the Redux is a value fan, so you expect it to be a lower price, and it is. And while the standard and Redux fans come in all the different sizes, the industrial fan does not come in the 80 and 92 millimeter size, but does come in the 140 and 120. Ever wonder why Noctua went with brown? Well, this is directly from Noctua, and I quote, "We have chosen the brown earth tone colors to reflect the aspects of calmness and quietness, and to set our products apart from the flashy color schemes dominating the DIY PC market." Well, they are right, because a lot of fans in the PC market, they're black, and they're unidentifiable for the most part. When you see a brown fan, you know it's by Noctua. Well, I hope you found this video informative and now know a little bit more about Noctua fans and the fact that not all Noctua fans are brown. Remember, if you think that this video and other videos that I do are great, then like them as well as subscribe to the channel. And as always, your input is welcome.